Greetings YouTube. LaVeyan Satanism, also referred to as atheistic Satanism and agnostic Satanism, was founded in 1966 by Anton LaVey. Its teachings are based on individualism, self-control, and eye for an eye morality, drawing influences from the rituals and ceremonies of occultist Aleister Crowley, and the philosophies of Friedrich Nietzsche and Ayn Rand. Employing Crowley's terminology, its adherents defined Satanism as a left-hand path religion and philosophy, rejecting traditional right-hand path religions such as Christianity and Wicca for their perceived denial of life and, as in Christianity, emphasis on guilt and abstinence. Unlike theistic Satanism, LaVeyan Satanism does not involve the literal worship of any being other than the self but rather uses Satan as a symbol of carnality and earthly values, of man's inherent nature. In what it calls ritual psychodramas, Anton LaVey established Satanism's first and largest religious organization, the Church of Satan, in 1966, and codified satanic beliefs and practices in the Satanic Bible in 1969. The Church of Satan acknowledges that there are many Satanists around the world, including both members and non-members. It rejects the legitimacy of any other organizations of Satanists, dubbing them reverse Christians and pseudo-Satanists. Although exact numbers are not known, conservative estimates are that the number of adherents run into the thousands in the Satanic Bible. Anton LaVey describes Satan as a motivating and balancing dark force in nature. Satan is also described as being the black flame, representing a person's own inner personality and desires. Satan is seen as synonymous with the nature and even, metaphorically, with certain conceptions of a supreme deity or God. In his most important essay, Satanism, the Feared Religion, the Church of Satan's current leader Peter H. Gilmore states Satanists do not believe in the supernatural, in neither God nor the devil. To the Satanist, he is his own God. Satan is a symbol of man living as his prideful, carnal nature dictates. The reality behind Satan is simply the dark evolutionary force of entropy that permeates all of nature and provides the drive for survival and propagation inherent in all living things. Satan is not a conscious entity to be worshipped, rather a reservoir of power inside each human to be tapped at will. Thus any concept of sacrifice is rejected as a Christian aberration. In Satanism there is no deity to which one can sacrifice. Satan is said to appear in mythology and literature around the world as a trickster, rebel, and figure seeking the destruction or slavery of man. Figures such as the Greek Prometheus are said to perfectly exemplify the qualities of Satan, the prideful rebel. Satan is seen as the powerful individual who acts regardless of what others might say. Also, the word Satan is derived from the Hebrew for adversary or accuser, ha-Satan. Thus, combining the traditional rebellious imagery associated with Satan and other relative deities, together with the etymological aspect of the word itself, Satanists claim to be adversaries of mainstream behavior which they define as herd conformity, seeing it as stifling to individuality, creativity, and progress. Satanists do not believe that Satan is a god. Rather, the function of God is performed and satisfied by the Satanist himself. That is, the needs of worship, ritual, and religious spiritual focus are directed, effectively, inwards towards the Satanist, as opposed to outwards towards a god. LaVey proposes, instead, that if all gods are creations of humans, worship of an external deity is worship of its creator by proxy. He suggests, then, that the rational Satanists should instead internalize their gods and therefore worship themselves. Hence the satanic maxim, "I am my own God." It follows that Satanism shuns the idea of belief in all other deities as well. Belief in any such externalized deities is generally considered grounds for excluding someone as a Satanist, and devil worship in particular is considered nothing more than a misguided inversion of Christianity, the practitioners of which being regarded as devil worshippers, instead of Satanist lex talionis, or the law of reprisal, from the Latin lex legis, f. law, and talio, onus, f. retaliation. Rejoinder informed much of LaVey's satanic formulation. Do unto others as they do unto you supplanted the directive to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, so that you are only to give compassion and sympathy to those who deserve it. It is a reactive rule, compared with the Christian proactive rule. By the rule, love, compassion, and sympathy are not to be wasted upon ingrates. these are to be given only to those who the practitioner feels deserves them. The religion of Satanism, as LaVeyan espouses it, is centered almost exclusively upon the concept of being one's own god. As such, values and attachments such as love, affection, and caring, along with opposing concepts such as hate and wrath, are to be disseminated at the discretion of the individual Satanist. As such, it is the individual's responsibility, and not that of a god, or the fault of any devil, to both justify and accept the consequences of their actions. LaVeyan felt that intelligent and strong people spend too much time caring for psychic vampires, weak individuals who always demanded attention and care, yet would never give any back. He taught that Satanists should strive to remove themselves as much as possible from such people in order to live in accordance to their instincts and individual wills.